So DFID identified that there's been a lot of emphasis on access to finance across sub-Saharan Africa, trying to promote new products in the market, and a lot of money is being spent in that, in ensuring supply is available and increasing supply. However, they identified back probably in the mid-2000s, in 2008, oh no, this is making work, for all dealing with it, that the complexity of these products, that the complexity of the products that are now available in the supply market wasn't met by the same demand in terms of the consumers. So they wanted to, and we wanted to identify whether what improved financial education and financial capability would lead to improved usage and improved consumption on behalf of the consumers, being able to identify what the appropriate products were. And that included both formal products that's available by financial institutions, as well as other informal opportunities and informal mechanisms that are available in many of these instances. So there was a portfolio of projects that was funded across a range. There was 8 different countries in sub-Saharan Africa, and we looked at projects that were workshops, traditional education, mass media and edutainment programs, and one-to-one and learn-as-you-go projects. They weren't all child and youth focused. However, there were some that were specific to children and youth, and in the African context, youth is actually considered upwards of 35 in some instances. So many of these programs actually focused on the youth in these environments. There was a monitoring and evaluation component that was funded as a result, or as part of every project implementation. So the projects needed to identify what they were trying to address in order to try and measure whether they've achieved their objectives. On one side you have the financial education curriculum, so this is providing information, and on the other side there was access and awareness. In some cases, projects did address both sides of the problem. In other cases, they only addressed the education and the information side, and in some cases, they only addressed the access side. And so it was trying to find the balance and understand the linkages and causality among those different factors. The projects, as much as we talk about changing behaviors, and obviously all access to finance and financial education programs are around changing behaviors and improving people's actions, there's an understanding that there is a process that goes through improving knowledge, improving skills, also changing attitudes, and then the behavior. And so there isn't necessarily a linear relationship between these different factors. But what we did have the projects look at was different indicators for each of these elements if they were trying to address the elements. So each project identified 8 to 10 different indicators, and falling across the knowledge, skills, attitudes, and behaviors, as well as across the different financial capability components. So that looks at savings, banking behavior, debt management, credit, as well as your general budgeting and knowledge around money management, household finances. So the project addressed a number of different aspects. Like I said, a number of different delivery channels. We looked at young girls having workshops and savings group mechanisms. There was classroom-based or after-school-based programs. There were some programs that started to become a little bit more interactive, and you had logbooks where they had to actually write down what they were saving on a regular basis, what were their daily expenditures if they had those. And you can see in the next picture there was a young child's actual book where they had goal, time frame, and cost in Ghanaian cedis. And so this was implemented over a year's time, and Menno, who's going to follow me afterwards, will talk about the results of that project. There's interactive elements such as comics and games, and then a worksheet that was associated with those projects. And in addition to the education, like I said, there was also provided access. So here we have an account that was started by KRAP Bank in Kenya that provided opportunities that wasn't previously available to young girls in this particular case. And benefits here on the right-hand side is that no charges, a home bank, savings photo ID, a passbook, they make friends, fun days, and free training. and then they can open the account with any amounts. They need to fill in the account opening form, which was done by their parents, so they could take the form from their group back to their home, and a minimum age of 10 years old. So this is quite unique in these contexts where 18 is the legal requirement. So as I mentioned, each of the projects had these 8 to 10 indicators across the themes and across the different capability elements. And so what we try to do now, and part of our process, is to consolidate and to summarize and come to some sort of overarching conclusion around those different capabilities in the different areas. So we did find across a number of the projects that there was an increase in the knowledge and the skills of the individuals, of the beneficiaries. So this looking at budget, knowing the different, being able to identify the positives of savings, different types of insurance products when available in a particular market. And this is one particular project, and you can see that by the financial education on the far left, and then the financial education in the green column, you can see there's a significant change in the knowledge score across the account only and the comparison group. And that was fairly similar across a number of our different projects. There was obviously a degree in terms of success rate of the different projects. In terms of attitudes, we saw a change in the appreciation of people, the savings as financial managers over their own lives, having some sort of empowerment over their lives. There's also in terms of decision making and being able to contribute to what their opportunities are in their homes. And then in terms of savings, there was quite significant. 7 of our projects saw an increase in savings, both in number of savers as well as volume of savings across the projects. So this is that particular girls' account where they took the savings books and the home banks to their homes or to their boarding schools, wherever it may be. And ultimately, I think with these different projects, we've been able to indicate that there is financial education has started to show that there is changes that is in terms of behavior and knowledge. So we're building the knowledge base based on these 15 projects. And all of the reports are available on our website, which is financialeducationfund.org, as well as all of the monitoring and evaluation plans, including the survey instruments and the analysis frameworks that the projects use. Thank you.